Earlier in the recap of the anime series, we observed that the demon lord Varvatos befriended Arena in his initial incarnation as the Ard Meteor. And Ard and Arena eventually enrolled in the Magical Academy. Arena later competed in a magic competition, but demons began attacking. And in the heat of battle, a teacher abducted Arena in order to sacrifice her to an evil god. However, Ard arrived in time and saved her. As the story continues, Sylphie, a subordinate of the demon lord Varvatos, emerged from the dungeon after 3,000 years. Then a mystery man makes an appearance and tells Sylphie that time within the dungeon flows differently for her. She spent 3 years there for training, but outside it has been 3,000 years. Additionally, the man admits that he was formerly one of Varvatos' subordinates. However, the demon lord later reincarnated and is now living as Ard Meteor. Sylphie inquired about her sister Lydia, but the guy advised her to speak with the demon lord's reincarnation directly. As the scene changes, the principal told Ard about the Academy's impending 100th anniversary celebration and invited him to take part, because this time they received a threatening letter. So Ard decides to participate in the play. Sylphie later enrolled in the Academy after learning that Ard is the demon lord. Sylphie challenged Ard to a duel in an effort to show that she is now more powerful than the demon lord, despite Ard's best efforts to deny all claims that he is a demon lord. And when the fight began, Ard wanted to lose to Sylphie, but Sylphie's aggressive behavior infuriated him, and as a result, he defeated Sylphie. Sylphie summoned her heavenly weapon after losing to Ard, but Olivia stopped her in time because the use of that weapon could put everyone nearby in danger. The dispute between them was settled at that point. After that, Ard and his class decided to make a play on the demon lord Varvatos, and after the performance was finished, Jeanine suggested building a maid cafe to draw in customer and generate more revenue. On the day of the event, however, Ard happened to come across a tree known as the Tree of the Sword King because it is said that the Sword King had sealed something inside of it. But putting that aside, Olivia told Ard that he would be joining her in the sword fighting competition. Ard had no choice but to participate in the tournament because Olivia had submitted his name. Then, as everyone was relaxing in the cafe, an announcement was made notifying them that the sword replica of the Sword King would be the prize for winning the sword battle tournament. With that info, everyone decides to join Ard and Olivia in the competition. As the competition began and Olivia and Ard's turn to fight arrived, Ard breached the rules by employing magic in the battle, and got disqualified for it. With that, the tournament day came to an end, and Ard's play on Varvatos began. But, after the play, the mysterious man reappears and leads Sylphie to an ally, where he reveals that Varvatos or Ard killed Lydia. Sylphie was devastated when she learned this. And in that fury, Sylphie asked Ard to meet her that evening at the Sword King tree. Following that, the Sylphie triumphed in the competition and took home the sword of the Sword King. Ard was surprised by Sylphie's sudden invitation and went to meet her that night, but Sylphie had unlocked the spirit power of the Sword King there in an effort to exact retribution from Ard for killing Lydia. However, Sylphie was stopped from going on a rampage just to kill Ard by the voice of Lydia. The man who brainwashed Sylphie then appears and reveals that the plan to kill Arena was his plan, but since Ard got involved, he wanted to kill him using Sylphie. So, now that this plan has also failed, he attempted to kill Ard, but Ard easily killed him. After that, Lydia's soul then appeared in front of Sylphie, and with her final words, Sylphie gave up on killing Ard. As the story progressed, Ard and his entire class were on their way to the ruins. But then they entered into another dimension and encountered the self-proclaimed god. The god tells them about a person who is going to destroy the planet, and assigns Ard the responsibility of destroying him in order to rescue his own world. The demon lord Varvatos, he advised them to meet him. They then discovered themselves in the past, 3,000 years ago. So, as they traveled to the adjacent town, Ard saved a young girl from a huge scorpion. Unexpectedly, though, Olivia's subordinate was the girl. Witnessing Ard's magic power, Olivia wished for Ard to enlist in their army to combat the demons. Ard didn't decline. In fact, he chose to join the Verda Squadron. Since the Verda Squadron focuses primarily on research, Olivia didn't want Ard to join them. However, when Ard decided to do so, Olivia wasn't too bothered. Arena and Jeanine were two of the key reasons Ard chose to join Verda Squadron. Verad's squadron has the fewest battlefield casualties, therefore Ard decided to join her squadron. They told Verda about their situation and tell her they want to go back to their own timeline. Verda was eager to assist them, but Lydia arrived and demanded additional troops to send to the front lines. After seeing Jeanine, Lydia attempted to seduce her. However, Ard got in the way, and the two fought. After the battle, Ard attempted to contact Varvatos through Lydia. Lydia, though, advises him to gain his trust before asking him for anything personal through contribution in the war. Ard chose to join the supply soldiers on standby rather than deploy to the front lines. But the enemy general targeted the supply troops covertly as the two sides engaged in combat in an effort to weaken the human force. But when they saw that Artie had successfully captured the demon general alive on his own, they were all in disbelief. With that, Artie was given a chance to speak with Varvatos. They discovered that someone else had taken over as the demon ruler in this timeline while they were with Varavtos, and was competitive with Varavtos on an equal footing. With that information, Ard knew who God wanted them to eliminate, the current demon lord. But, because he is on equal footing with Varvatos, they wanted Varvatos to work together with them to kill the demon lord. In order to win Varvatos' trust, Ard agreed to take part in another raid on the demon army that was intended to slay the Cursed King. But Ard was still nervous during this raid because the Cursed King was the reason Ard had to kill Lydia previously. But by the time they arrived at the Cursed King's castle, the demon lord had already killed him. With the recent activities of the demon lord, Varvatos decided to join the front lines in order to fight the demon lord himself. After that, the demon lord visited Ard when they went home. The twist, which was unexpected, was that the demon lord was also Ard himself, but from a different dimension. He lost everything: Lydia, his parents, Jeanine, and Irina. During his depression, he made the decision to go back in time to change his destiny. When Ard refused to join him as he requested, the demon lord invited Ard away from war. Irina and Jeanine felt excluded by Ard's choice. Then Fatima, a dependable servant of Lydia, arrives and delivers Ard's message. That Ard discovered a method to vanquish the demon lord. Ard learned that the demon lord had immortalized himself by encasing his soul in a crystal. So Ard wants Irina and Jeanine to destroy the crystal while he is battling the demon lord because it is now inside his castle. However, Fatima reveals that she has sided with the demon lord to save Lydia. And, with Fatima's help, the demon lord threatened Ard to join him by using Irina and Jeanine. But then Lydia arrived and rescued Irina and Jeanine. And with that, Ard fights a bloody battle against the demon lord. Finally, Artie killed his alternate self to save everyone. And with that, our anime comes to an end. For more shortest anime recaps, please do subscribe the channel and press the notification button to receive the latest updates. Till then, everyone, take care.